Good morning and welcome to the Medium channel where we bring you the spirituality behind the message, and we are here for tarot time. So I'm in my office now today, and I'm going to be in my office all day today doing two other live streams. So we're going to jump into tarot and the week ahead in just a moment. I like to give just a minute or two for the live people to come in. So while we are waiting for that, what else? Oh, yes, at 5 o'clock, we've got Doreen from the Children's School of Yoga teaching us some summer yoga. So that's going to be at 5 o'clock live. And of course, that'll be available as a video anytime after that, just like this will be. You may be even watching this as a video. Then at 7 o'clock, that's when we do mediumship. So this is in honor of Lammas or Midsummer's Day. It's also kind of a personal honor or memorial for one of my mentors that went into spirit last week, named Janet No Havoc. And you guys may have heard me talk about her from time to time. So I've taken classes with her. She's was a wonderful teacher and a very supportive person. And she gives so much to the community. Her church is called the Living what is her church? Journey Within in northern New Jersey. That's her spiritualist church. So anyway, love and condolences to Janet and her family. And welcome everybody. And hi. Oh, is there somebody's birthday? Well, happy birthday. I think it's a universal 8 day today. So starting the year with the Saturn ruled 8, but that's very successful energy. And so we're going into the month of August tomorrow, right? And it is Midsummer's Day. So great. So August, let me see, that's a universal 5 month. Probably on Tuesday, if not Tuesday, Thursday morning, I'll do the psychic predictions for August. But with the number 5 and Mercury ruled, we can expect a pretty action-packed, energetic, and fast-moving month. So we'll have more to say about that, and perhaps some things will come out today as we start to work with the tarot. So since we're in the sign of Leo, we're coming into, or we're actually starting, what's called the Lionsgate portal. Many of you have heard of that. Basically, depending on who you speak to, it starts in late July or early August, but the Dog Star Sirius starts to become visible in late July. It comes off the orb of the sun, and you can actually start to see it again towards the end of July, and that's part of the energy of the Lionsgate portal. So it's also 15 degrees Leo. So we have that Leo energy. Leo's of the heart, so it's a portal of the heart, but it's a very powerful portal for manifestation. It happens every year, so we're coming into that now. And of course, we will do a transmission. Well, on Wednesday on Spirit Mind Family, we have for those that are part of the group, and if you're not, I'll leave some information on the pinned comments when this becomes a video of how to join. So that's where we do the inner work with the master teachers or the guides that work with me for the energetic upgrades and activations and stuff like that. And then next Sunday at 7, which is actually the 7th, but it's close to the 8th. 8 is the peak of it, and it brings in that numerology of 8 again, and 8 it's manifestation, it's Saturn energy. So we're going to do the master teachers will work with us here on YouTube for that also, to help us open, expand our heart, and to help us to manifest, and of course to help us with our spiritual path. So since we are in the sign of Leo, and hi everybody, I'm missing your comments today, but hi. So since we are in the sign of Leo, it's a fire sign, I figured I'd talk briefly about the different suits of the tarot. I like to do a little tutorial sometimes for people that are interested in tarot, interested in learning. I mean, basically, it's an ancient wisdom system, a meditation system that evolved out of some of the ancient texts. Some people believe it evolved out of some of the biblical texts. But more succinctly, there's a lot of correspondences with the Kabbalah and the Tree of Life. So there's the major arcana, which are the Let me find a major arcana card. I think all minors today. Those are the cards with like the words, like the Temperance card that I pulled here. And then the suits of wands or rods. Here's another major arcana card for you guys. And they tend to represent the different steps of consciousness, the different steps of evolution that we go through in our spiritual awakening and spiritual journey. So it's funny how I can't find any wands or rods as they are. Wow. Here we go. We found the Queen of Wands. So anyway, those are called the suit cards. This is a court card. And each of the cards, it's either wands or rods in my deck, the Hanson Roberts deck, or cups or pentacles or swords. And wands or rods represent fire. So they represent the four elements and four different qualities of life, so to speak. And pentacles is earth, cups is water, and swords represents air. So without further ado, let's go into a meditation card. I didn't have a chance to check the astrological aspects this morning. I think Jupiter and the sun are trining. You have Jupiter from the sign Aries, which is also fire, and Jupiter gives a lot of growth and expansion and adds energy. So this is a really good day to just kind of shine your light, just you do your thing, expand and grow, and depending on your astrological aspects and where that winds up being, will dictate what area of your life that you're going to really shine and have really good luck and good fortune and everything. So it's worth checking. Anyway, so what I like to do is do a meditation card for the week, and you can meditate on this card just by relaxing, clearing your mind, just like any other meditation, getting present, and then stepping into the image of the card like it's a doorway, and then you check out the whole panoramic view. And I like to tell people to be aware of what they feel when they step in. So that's one of our first and best gauges of energy, is what we feel emotionally, energetically, and physically also. And then what do you see or what do you sense around you? You're engaging all your senses, and what messages are you getting or what insights are coming? The tarot, the 78 different cards of the tarot are basically different portals into the realm of spirit or higher consciousness. So we can use tarot to approach spirit. That's basically using a tool for that. We can use meditation also, and a variety of other tools to do that. But the cool thing is that spirit will always point us in our direction of truth if we know how to open our hearts and our minds and listen. And then and you can't go wrong. We'll still have challenges and things to overcome, obviously, and a lot's going on. But if we're able to really listen to the messages from spirit as we feel in our heart and our intuition and in our soul, we'll have the guidance to navigate what we need to navigate during these very changeable times that we're in, which is obviously immense. And the thing is, we're gonna find a lot of energy coming to the surface in the next few months. It's already started. A lot of things that have been suppressed. So anyways, again, welcome everybody that's here. And I have all kinds of decks with me today. So this will be just for one card for meditation purposes or whatever you want. So this is the card they went to. Nice card, 10 of Cups is a beautiful card. It's sort of a coming home energy in a way. And to me, what I'm seeing or sensing or feeling about this is one of the things about the Lionsgate portal is that the veils are thin. And we're really starting the approach to that autumn season where the veils are at their thinnest, right around Halloween or Samhain. And this can be your spirit family, people that have crossed over. your guides, your angels, the ascended masters that work with you. So as you step into this card, this is a good opportunity this week to find out who your soul family is, and to meet the different guides, angels, and beings that are with you, that are working with you at this time. So again, you'll get nice and relaxed, step into the image of the card. This is the Hanson Roberts deck. You can take a kind of a mental snapshot of this card, or if you like, if you have your own deck, you can use your own card, and use that as a tool or a catalyst to start to connect more with your guides and those that have crossed over, that are here to guide you in one way, shape, or form or another. We're all going to go through very serious transitions, through August, to the end of the year and into 2023. Now, that may sound a little bit redundant because we already are, but it's really ramping up. And the astrology, I don't think Sharita's in this morning, but she has some live streams. She can help us out. Check out summer 2022 and the great alignment that's happening now. Oh my God, I just thought about that we have Uranus and Mars both at, what is it, 18 degrees of, God, I can't even remember. Where's Uranus and Mars? Of Taurus, thank you. 18 degrees of Taurus, which is also conjuncting the North Node. So this is very powerful energy. 18 is 9. 9 is Mars ruled. So what Mars is doing in your chart, and Uranus also, is really, really important right now to give you an idea of what area is getting hit, where you're getting a supercharge from the cosmos, so to speak. And Uranus brings about great change. It's very revolutionary. It's very evolutionary. It's the higher mind. And Mars is action. Mars is energy. And 19, I could have used that as a tarot tutorial as well. 19 is the moon card in the tarot. It's kind of the moon with the blood dripping and the dogs and everything. So it's really helping us to navigate the dark, navigate the hidden, navigate what we don't see or what we don't want to see anymore. Or I shouldn't say what we don't want to see anymore, but maybe what we do want to see more of. But so very powerful alignment today and tomorrow that we're right in the thick of. Everything's lining up at that 19-degree point of Taurus. So what that's doing on a global level, it's really, you're focusing energy on the government systems and the financial system. So we can see some further breakdown to breakthrough. Remember, that's the theme of the new moon. Well, according to me, anyways, from the new moon reading and live stream that I did last week. So anyway, there you have it. So let's do a 3-card spread also. And again, we can tap into that great alignment energy. What's happening? Okay. All right. So I will clear my mind and ask Spirit to guide me to the right cards for the right information. 18 degrees. Thank you, Doreen. Yes, 18 degrees. Which is, if I've been saying 19 degrees, 18 degrees, that's the moon card in the tarot. 19 is the sun card. 18 is the moon card. This one. Oh, okay. I think I'm gonna go with the other two that just popped out right now. Here and here. So interesting, alignment of energies here. So we have, basically, that's the Temperance card. You can't really see it because the print is hidden by my clipboard. Reversed. So that's the Temperance. Oh boy, I'm not used to working in my office. Okay. This was like this, and Temperance was reversed, I believe. Okay, so we have them back. The Temperance card reversed, the Six of Cups reversed, and the Five of Swords. So those are the three cards that we have, and so I'm getting a sense. Temperance is often about compromising or good management or good support, stuff like that. And it's key 14, so it's naturally a five ruled or Mercury ruled card, although it also relates to the sign of Sagittarius, and it's also that's the archangel Raphael, with the water also. So this is a good time for healing. The Six of Cups has a very healing and nostalgic energy, and then the Five of Swords is it's like kind of victory or overcoming the dark, so to speak. And sometimes that it's about overcoming things or speaking of adversaries or stuff like that. I get a feeling from this, I want to say, of that there may be just some unsettling news that comes up. I want to say more around the U.S., but it could be related to global concerns, affecting things like money. I'm hearing the word travel in my mind, so maybe affecting things like travel also. Um, I'm just looking at your comments. That's why I'm bending over. Uh, Okay, I'm just peeking at that. So I need to look at this. And, as I'm doing this, in my mind, I'm seeing the United Nations, like the I think it's called the Secretariat building, or the big building in the UN Plaza in Manhattan. So there may be it may be behind the scenes, but I think that there's going to be some kind of global meetings, and then I'm seeing like coins and money. So that there may be some things that happen. I mean, I think that we're really tipping into that recession energy. I know my yearly forecast, I kind of predicted that starting in June, and we were still very much in inflation last month. But I think it's starting to flip. Yeah, and I think we're going to see signs of that. I mean, when the Fed starts to keep raising the prime rate, that's a sign. And I think the World Economic Forum, what's his name, Klaus Schwab. Notice a little cringe comes to my face when I say that name. So that I don't know if they're meeting this week. I'm not honestly. I'm not as up on current events. I've just had a crazy busy week. Usually I'm a little bit more up on what's in the news when I do these. I'm really not today, so I apologize for that. But these are kind of light energies, but it's reversed. I think part of the energy is that us as a community, as an evolving spiritual community, that we have to be okay with surrendering things or letting go of things. The Six of Cups can speak of the past, especially when it's reversed. And as we release the past, we attract new beginnings into our life. And we're in this, coming into this portal of the heart, this Lion's Gate portal that's very good for manifestation. So I feel like one of the messages that Spirit is saying, before we reach the peak of that, which is 8/8, but it's eight, the days around August the 8th. It's a really good time to clear the old and let go, basically. And we don't let go of what we don't embrace first. Letting go happens through acceptance and through the heart, basically, and through that acceptance and learning the lessons. And then it's easy to naturally let go of things because we no longer need it. I mean, we hold on to things for a lot of different reasons. It's part of our survival instinct, actually, how our subconscious mind works. But we hold on to things until we learn the lesson. And once that happens, then it becomes much easier to let go of things. So we all have traumas, we all have things we're trying to hold on to. The world keeps changing. That's part of the game. There is an end game, from the powers that be, the one who control and dictate things and the flow of humanity moving into the future. So, we have to learn to just kind of let it go and let it be, and to be in our heart, and to be in our power, and to be in our space. So this Temperance card can also suggest that you may find people being very picky around you. You may find that you're challenged a lot. This Five of Swords has a very challenging energy. So you may find, especially us as more spiritual people, come against a lot of challenge through like maybe other people in social media, or maybe there's pressures from the government, or the censoring in social media, or things of that nature. But I feel like this may be this week or into next week. I feel like something big is going to come down in the news, and I think part of it's going to change the trajectory of the conflicts that are going on, especially Ukraine and Russia. In lieu of maybe other countries starting to get in on this, and this starting to become sort of a central battleground for a clash of ideals basically around the globe. So look out for that also. They keep showing me money, so be mindful of that. Be mindful of investments and stuff like that. I think silver is very low now. If you want a more stable investment, I think there's been some talk or chatter about re what's the right word? Reintroducing. That's not the word I was thinking of. The gold standard, or money being measured on the gold standard that was taken in, I believe, 1971 by the Nixon administration. So things like that. So the message here, I feel like also to make sure we, those that we love, that we tell them that we love them. I feel like this is really the time to really find out who our allies are, who our community is, and to appreciate those, and to appreciate the positives, especially as things continue to change and as supplies and foods may start to dwindle again in the supermarkets and stuff like that. Again, we've been saying to stock up for a while. So far, I mean, here where I live, there's been some empty shelves, but it hasn't been critical by any means. So far, maybe it's our collective consciousness is helping to soften the blow, so to speak. But we're still in that jeopardy phase where we could see supplies dwindling. We could see food supplies being cut off. And of course, I'm not in the poorer neighborhoods. Unfortunately, those with less affluence are the ones that are first affected by stuff like this. So for all I know, it could be horrendous in other areas already. But the thing is, to have some semblance of planning and everything. So other than that, I'm just checking your, correct me. I don't know. I'm missing. UN is bad news, part of the cabal along with Schwab. Okay, well, thanks for filling me in on that. So, I think that's going on, but it's expected. We should have be already preparing for these possibilities. Again, more control. I keep getting this image of like from Revelations with the mark of the beast on the wrists and the forehead. I do believe literally these are going to be the implants of instead of maybe having like bank cards, just having all of our financial data, inside of us, which is crazy. But I always tell people, what's that movie? Well, Terminator, comes to mind certainly when interfacing with technology. But anyhow, I want to move on from that. So let me do a Native American card. That's what I usually do next. So yes, indeed, from Michelle. It's bad news. Does Robbie love me? I don't know about that. But of course, Robbie loves you. Okay. But Spirit loves you. That's the most important thing to remember. And it's important to remember to love ourselves. The more we can love ourselves, the more others will be able to love us. So, I think sometimes the Five of Swords, we have to, use our strength. Sometimes we have to be warriors in life. I mean, we should always be warriors. Warriors take responsibility. Warriors have honor. warriors are willing to defend themselves and their rights and those of their loved ones, but warriors want nothing more than peace and for everybody to get along and to grow and everything. So this would be like the warrior, yes. Honor and impeccability, yes. Okay, which one? No. Nope, I've got to clear my mind a little bit more. Which one? No, it's right here. Here we go. I got it. Cultivation. So that's the card that I pulled. And this would be the Five of Pentacles, sort of loosely relating to. So 5 is Mercury. And there's a lot of that Mercury energy. We got the 5 of Swords, so we can kind of sort of add these together, which, again, it can be about overcoming things. There's partly that sword and the stone energy. And the thing is, the way that we overcome like what's going in our lives is that we overcome ourselves and overcome our own lower natures. And we don't, again, it's not sort of like a like an eliminating of it. It's more like of a blending, kind of an integration of our different selves, so to speak, to become whole. So cultivation, yes. Time to maybe on a literal level to know who the local farmers are in your area, who's growing food. Maybe you are, and you're cultivating. Also cultivating consciousness, ideas, art comes to my mind, I want to say, as well. But in any event, that's the one that I pulled here. So I'll just see if there's any other messages that come to me. All right, I think that's good. If anything else comes, I will definitely, So I have Steve Farmer's animal totem cards. I wanted to do one of those also this morning. Again, they're just saying to remind everybody, stay in the center, stay in the eye of the storm. That's your heart center. Yeah, a lot's likely to in the next couple of weeks. There's likely to be some things coming up that'll what's the right words? Kind of guide us into some level of action or whatever. Just the idea is not to get off your game. A lot of what comes through in the news is very, can be kind of scary and intimidating and everything. So, try to stay on your course. Make sure you get out into nature, to breathe, to inhale the energies of nature, to feel the flow of nature, to feel the flow of energy. So, anytime we get anxious or upset or angry or frustrated, scared, all of that stuff, it kind of gets us out of the flow of our own spirit. And then we're very vulnerable and easy to control. So we have to remember every chance that we get to stop the thoughts, become present, feel the heart expanding and opening, feel gratitude, appreciation, and love. Allow you to be your heart chakra. So in other words, feel your heart, feel yourself inside your heart. And then you're in the eye of the storm. You can't be affected by negative thoughts. You can't even have negative thoughts, because when you're actively in the heart portal, only compassion, love, and gratitude. That's the vibration. That's the frequency. As human beings, obviously, we can't be there 24/7, but try. Do your best to. That would be my advice for now. So anyway, this is a card that we got. Meow. What is it? We're in Leo season. I love that. So here's the one we got. This is a domestic cat. It's time to strike out on your own and relinquish your over dependency on others. Now, now everything's making sense. Okay, let me see if there's any way of getting all of these cards together. So this is this is my high tech way of showing all the cards. So we have the Temperance reverse, the Six of Cups reverse, the Five of Swords, the Cultivation, which is the Five of Pentacles, and the Cat. And relinquish your over dependency on others. Yes, a lot of people are going to be ending, and this is happening already, ending relationships, ending jobs, going their own ways, separations from family, separations from friends, and then finding more of a sense of their own community, who shares your values, who shares your direction, your perspective, who around you wants to grow the way that you want to, as sovereign beings, free to explore and expand spiritually, and to develop our own gifts and our own creativity rather than relying on others or technology to do it for us. And we're going to hear a lot about the new technologies, med beds, all kinds of amazing advancements. And that's a great thing, just like medicine is a great thing when you need it, but not at the expense of robbing you of your own power and your own abilities to heal yourself. And as we awaken and our dormant DNA starts to become active, we develop supernatural healing abilities. That's how the true faith healing works. Not the BS, the copycats or the fakes. It's basically through your own energy. Like, we have this capacity to heal things like cancer. Some people have been known to get out of wheelchairs that were thought to be paralyzed for life through cultivating their own energy and frequency, activating the dormant DNA, and these healing abilities, these restorative abilities that human beings have, but we're not aware of. We forget because of the modern conveniences. We forget our own power. In a perfect world, there's going to be a blending of that, where the technology enhances that rather than takes away from it. So I think that's part of the message, and a lot of this is about overcoming, and to understand, not to be so dependent on the outside world, but to be self-sufficient, either in your communities, in your families, or in your groups. Now's the time to develop that, because over the next several years, it's very likely to need to be put into practice, especially as the society splits, and those follow basically the programming, and those that free themselves from the programming and wish to develop more in their own spirituality and in their own community, and developing their own human potentials in order to connect more with spirit and develop more of their spiritual potentials. Anyway, I've got one more thing to pull here, which is the angel card of the week. Anyway, I like cats also, so that made me happy. So let's see. I think you guys are coming up with some brilliant comments that I'm not seeing. Yeah. Yes, thank you for that, Doreen, for sharing that. I know. Yeah, like I said, I didn't get a chance to check my ephemeris, but I know Saturn and Mars at some point are squaring a lot of the stuff. So there's a lot of astrology that's going on. I'll give you, yes. All right. So, anyways, as I'm doing this, just for a reminder, 5 o'clock. We have summer yoga with Doreen right here on the channel, Children's School of Yoga. She's on the thread now, so you can say hi to her. And 7 o'clock is mediumship night. So we will, just for about an hour, I'll just get messages and give them to the group. And so if you come on, you get a chance to get a contact with your loved ones on the other side. And I have actually a really cool announcement, but I'm gonna save that for them. Save that for then. Anyways, here we go. Yeah, Fiona today, and her message is: now that you've asked the angels for help, be opening to receiving divine guidance and assistance. You deserve heaven's help. So what I'm feeling or seeing from this energy of this card and this angel is that a lot of people have a little bit of a hard time receiving. There may be a subconscious feeling of lack of worthiness. Your childhood traumas make us feel less worthy or less deserving. So maybe it's a good time to do affirmations to validate that you are special, that you deserve the best from the universe, you deserve the best from the world, you deserve the best from those you care about, and that you also give the best, basically. So I think this is a message of really understanding your own worthiness. And affirmations are very powerful. Sleep programs are very powerful. I do them myself. It's made a big difference. And I think just starting your affirmation by something very simple is like, I am enough. I like Bob Proctor's, I think it was from Bob Proctor, starting or completing all those affirmations with, I am so happy and grateful that. Um, so gratitude really opens up the portal. So when we feel grateful, it's from receiving, right? When we receive something really amazing, we feel grateful. If we receive thousands of dollars, we feel really, really grateful. So the universe is the ultimate giver. So when we feel gratitude, we align the energies with the universe. How cool is that? Because the universe gives us everything. So when we feel gratitude in the heart, we align with the universe, for the universe to give us more to be grateful for, and you deserve it. So know that. And this is really the time to deprogram, to decord from society and all the limiting fear-based messages that keep us disempowered so they can have power over us. This is the time to reclaim our own power. It starts by changing the programming around and starting to know, not in an egotistical way, but in a sovereign spiritual way, that you are deserving and worthy to have everything that you desire in life for the highest good of yourself and all other beings. And may all beings be happy and free. And on that note, I'm going to complete it, but I'll see some of you back at 5. I'll see more of you back at 7. Where's astrology? Okay. Thanks, Doreen, for covering and answering questions for me. And I love you all, and see you later. Bye.